Hello my friends, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, Dadcraft73. We're back here in the sky playing some SkyFactory 3. That is for sure and for certain. Some 1.10 modern Minecraft. Oh man. Listen, normally we stand here and chit chat. We have no time for that. We've got so many things we need to take care of today. It's not even funny. I get a little bit of a frame hitch whenever I look up there at that mob farm for the first time. I think it might be those fans rendering in. But anyway, this thing's working like a dream. Man, I love looking at that thing. It looks so cool, even though it's made out of cobble. I think it looks pretty awesome. We've got to do some maintenance on that thing, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it off camera, because once I tell you, I think it's going to make perfect sense. So I'm using some of my very, very limited redstone, and I'm going to make 5 redstone lamps. And I've got some levers in my inventory, so let's go ahead and make these guys. And you guys know all about redstone lamps, man. You know all about vanilla. So you just put a lever on top of one of those guys, and we can turn this thing on right like that. It gives us some light. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to climb up on top of the mob farm, and I'm going to put some of these redstone lamps. I'm going to do 5 of them. I'm going to put one in the middle, and I'm going to put one like 4 blocks in from each corner. You know, so it's like a kind of like a big checker or a big like cross pattern. And I just want to be able to go up there, and then we're going to tear everything down. I might turn it on, because what I want to do, let me just run you over there and show you real quick, just so you know, so there's no question about what we got going on here. You'll notice here we have a little bit of issue with loot. Like, these vector plates like jam the items up against the side of this diamond spike, and they can't go into the hoppers. It doesn't matter what I do, how much stuff I take out of this. Actually, let's take that stuff out. Any string? Yeah, there's a little bit of string. We'll take that out too. Anyway, so we got items that are jammed up against there. Also, I'm having a definite flow issue, because man, this thing stays full all the time. There's just tons of materials come flying in here all the time, and we have to find a way to deal with that a little bit better. So I'm going to change the way my kill setup is, but you know, I'm not too worried about it. I got tons of loot bags going on over here. I opened up a couple. I know I said in yesterday's episode, that we might do a little bit of that together. I just couldn't help it. I had to open them. But I'm going to get some more, and I won't open any more, I promise you, unless we do it on camera. Look at the mobs pouring out of there. Yep, we got to do a little maintenance on there. So I want to get up on top so I can put some light on the inside of this thing and stop my mob spawn, or at least slow it down, so I can do some maintenance around there. I think once I get it slow and get the mobs stop pouring out of there, I'm going to make like a little plank, like platform, like maybe right up there at the edge of that glass, just so the mobs stop pouring out of there, and then I can go down underneath there and do any maintenance that I need. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew, so there was no question why I was making some redstone lamps, and we're just going to stick those, I don't know, we'll keep them on our inventory. I'll probably do it during one of our cuts coming up here in a minute. Anyway, I've been taking all the string and the rotten flesh that farm produces, taking it out of there, been making some more dirt with it. So just trying to increase our dirt population, or our dirt supply, because we're going to need some of that. I don't know if we'll get to it today, but we're going to go out maybe this way. I think there's a river biome out here. Anyway, if we go out there, we're going to make ourselves a big dirt platform, see if we can't spawn a couple animals, and get working on some other stuff for sure. But what we're going to do in today's episode, it is Tinker Smeltery time. And before I go climbing up on top of mob farms and risking certain death, let me show you all this crazy clay that I have in here. So between the episodes, and some of it's been on camera, I've just been running over here throwing some dust in these stone barrels, filling them up with a little bit of water, and making tons and tons of clay. And I busted it all up, and now I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's say a half stacks of these clay, the clay pieces. We're going to convert it back into blocks. We're going to add some dirt or some sand and some gravel, and we're going to make some grout. Let me show you really quick. Some grout. And then we're going to take that grout and we're going to smelt it up, and we're going to see if we can't make us our Tinker Smeltery today. Oh, And you know what? I don't know. I mean, we're going to make some base tools, I think. You know, we'll have a couple tools here and there. But the real reason that I want to tinker Smeltery is so I can do some early ore doubling. I need to start doubling some iron ore. That's for sure. Let's see. Did I do anything else off camera? We don't want to chit-chat too much. Oh, the only other thing I did is I added a second diamond hammer in. Hello? A second diamond hammer in here. Just speed it up a little bit. You know, it's working good. Not too worried about any of that stuff. We need to do some other odds and ends. Man, maybe if we get that tinker Smeltery done, we can move on to something else at the end of this episode. Something I've been meaning to do, some storage things, whatever. We'll figure it out. Let's get that Tinker's thing going first. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm actually going to make a whole bunch of grout right now, and we're going to get it smelted up, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready to start putting in this Smeltery. All the casting tables and the basins and all that stuff. We'll get that done, and then we'll talk about our mob farm and whatever else we got going on. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back and we've cooked up all of this grout that we made. You know, I didn't even need to come. I was going to do it on camera, but I was thinking, you know what? I don't know if this is going to be enough. We'll see. I guess we'll see. We're not going to make a great big Smeltery because, you know, long term, I don't think I'm going to use a Smeltery for ore doubling or anything like that. We're going to make some half-decent tools, I think, with the Smeltery. So it doesn't need to be that big. Just needs to be big enough to be able to smelt some odds and ends. We don't want to go too crazy because I don't, long term, we're going to use something else for ore doubling. Maybe like a grinder or a, I don't know, sag mill, something like that. Anyway, we're not going to use Tinker's Smeltery long term, but we'll go ahead and make one anyway because, you know, doubling that ore, it's an easy way to get that done at the beginning. Okay, let's make a couple things. So we got to make a controller. Smeltery controller we got to make. We got to make one of these. Take those out. We need a casting basin for sure. We need a table, casting table. We need at least 2 faucets. Let's go ahead and make those. A couple faucets. I don't think I ever missed the tank. Smeltery. Seared tank. I need a piece of glass to go in the middle. Do I have any glass? Wonder if this will work. We'll see here in just a minute. If not, we can chisel it back to regular. We need a tank, like so. Nope, that doesn't work. Where's our chisel? Do we still have it? Hello, chisel. Okay. This is the glass I was using for my mob farm. So let's just get that and turn that back into a regular piece of glass. Now that should work, yeah? Okay. So there's our seared tank. So we got controller, basin, table, seared tank. That's probably good. And then I guess all we else need. We have our 2 faucets. Now we just need bricks. All right, let's go ahead and make the rest of these into bricks. Oh man, we're gonna be able to make a massive. Let's just save these for now. Okay, let's head on over. So I prepared a little area over here. Nothing too crazy. Just, you know, dug out a little bit of, or added a little bit more slabs back here. And I figured, you know, easy access to our lava is the right call. Now, a lot of you guys would break this thing and put it down in the ground. But actually, I like to do it. Maybe we'll do a, what? Maybe we'll do a 3x3. I like to do these sitting up like this. And I know it doesn't look as nice, but then when I put my casting basins down, they're sitting right here. I'd rather, access my casting basins and things like that from right there than try to have to mess around with them. So let's put down, we'll just stick this guy out here for now, and we'll go like so, and let's go around the outside. Yeah, that's good. That'll work. Let's go around here like this, and then maybe we'll put in our seared tank right here, like so. Yeah, that works. And then we'll keep going around the corner like that. Oh, you know what we didn't make? We didn't make drains. I'm glad I didn't convert all those into bricks, man. I'd have been crying the blues for sure. How is the drain? Let's Smeltery drain. It's just okay. Yeah. So let's make 2 drains for sure. Whew, that would have been not good. I would have been mad. Somebody was probably yelling at their screen, don't forget the drains, Dagcraft. Alright, we're going to put a drain here like this, and we'll put a drain here like this, and then in the middle will go our controller, right? Yeah, perfect. Now we should have a smeltery. Now, easy cheesy. Alright, let's take our pickaxe and get rid of this. Now, the other thing that I do that's a little different than what some folks do is, that's actually not what we want, is it? We want to come out. Let's break this stuff really quick. Okay, we actually want this drain to be out here, right there, and then we're going to bring out another block like so, and then there, and then the controller will go in the middle of these guys like that. Alright, we still have a smelter, just a little bit bigger one, right? I mean, I guess, yeah, we have to build it up a couple layers, but we can do that. That's not a problem. Now, I like to go ahead and fill in around the bottom of my smeltery. And if it means I have to make more grout to get that done, then that's exactly what we'll do. Can I make more of these? Yeah, make some more. Just because I like it to be square. I don't know. It's just one of those things that not everyone's like that. Some people are perfectly content. Oh, my goodness. Okay. There we go. And then we should put a torch back here, just in case any bad guys decide they think they need to spawn around here. How many more of these bricks do we have? We have a couple more. Let's do that. I don't know if that's going to be enough. That might be enough to... I think it's going to be one short for me able to get around the whole way. Okay, let's put our basins in. Let's put our casting basin on this side. We'll put our casting table over here. And then we just need to put in our faucets like a so and like a so. And let's jump up here and see if we can't add another layer to this thing. I know I said I wasn't going to go big, but, you know, if you're going to build this thing, I think I'm going to be one block short. Yep. That's okay. We can fix it at some point in the future. Do I have some more slabs? Nope, I don't. I will make a little bit more grout. I'll jump off camera in just a minute. And then, so there we go, right? Yeah. We happen to have stacks on stacks of lava right there. I'm not even worried about like pumping it all around. I can very easily bucket right there. I can very easily just sort of move that around. That's not a problem for me. You know, we spend a lot of time just kind of hanging around on SkyFactory. You know, I guess in all mod packs we end up doing that. We spend a lot of time just kind of chilling and doing whatever. You know, you're working on odds and ends. Man, it's not a big deal to be able to fill up a little bit of lava in there if you need to. Let's eat a little something. Okay, let us get some iron and we'll start ore doubling right off the jump here. So we'll just get these guys, we'll convert them into chunks like so, and let's see if we can put all these in here. I don't know if we can put 32 of these guys in here yet. I'll have to get a couple more bricks. How many can we put in? Just a couple. What was that? Not just 9? We gotta expand that thing. Alright, let's let that melt down. I need to get some gold. I guess I should have melted that first. That's okay. Hello, Enderman with creepy eyes. Why are you not getting killed in my mob farm? He should be getting killed. Man, he's been hanging around here for a while. I'm not too worried about him. Alright, what was I over here doing? Hello? I was over here about to get something out of this thing. Oh, gold. Okay. Let's get a stack of this gold stuff. For some reason, it always wants to give me 2. Alright, because we're going to need to make some gold patterns. And I think I've got an ingot laying around here somewhere. We use one of these. That's fine. We could do that. Actually, you know what we'll do? Let's not use one of those. Let's do this. Here, did you know about this, man? That if you smelt coal in the furnace, you get yourself a granite ingot, graphite ingot. We're gonna use that to make our ingot cast. Okay, cool. What else do I need to do? Do I have a little bit more? Do I have some chests? I do. Let's do this, and then we'll get that. Oh man, I need one more piece of iron. Oh, hello. Don't be staring at me, you creepy thing, man. That's spooky. Alright, now we can just pour this out like this. Alright, then I want to go in here and I'm going to put a chest right like so. Yeah. Okay, let that do its deal. And I just used one of the chests that I wanted to use. Dang it. Okay. Let's head back here. And let me see if I can... Do we have any chests anywhere? We usually got some for some reason. Man, that is all clear full. Look at all those ender pearls. Oh, I love it. Okay, we need to make a chest. Man, I feel like I'm... I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking, man, what? You're not being very excited. You're not like acting like you're all fired up about all the work you've been doing around this episode today. But you know what? I think partially it's because I've built about 900 of these smelteries. This isn't definitely my first rodeo at building one of these guys. So, you know, it's hard to get excited for something that you've done about 50 times. But then again, I didn't want to do it off camera because I sort of have my own way of doing it. And I wanted to show you how that works. Alright, let's go over here, get this iron block out, convert it all into that. Now we need a crafting bench. Oh, I do have one. Sweet. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put that guy, we'll put it right here. Why not? Just so we have one over here. You never know when we might need one. Alright, so I'm going to make 2 hoppers. Whoops. Make 2 hoppers really quick, like so. Yeah. Alright, and then we're going to go just temporarily. Yep, I got some slabs in case these fall down. And we're going to put a hopper under this guy facing into that chest there. And we'll put one under this guy here, under this casting basin. Face it into this chest right there. Awesome. And then we'll put our slabs back. Nope, that's not what we want. We want those. We're going to put this slab and that slab. And now, whatever we pour out of there, once it hardens, it'll get sucked right out of that basin into this guy, right like that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's make a little gold. And let's pour that in there. The other thing we could do is smelt up cobble. But you know what? I don't worry about it. I'm going to make some more grout really quick. I'll tell you what. Let me jump off camera. Let me make a little grout. I'm going to process a couple ores here and there. And we'll see if we can't, maybe, I don't know, I think we've got a little bit of time in this episode, probably. Maybe we'll make ourselves our first sort of tinker's, like, not tool, like our first tinker's. Here, let's go ahead and lay this down here quick. I said I was just going to go off camera. And then, here, let's pour some of that out. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Cast. Ingot cast. Is that? I guess I can't use that graphite. Yeah, maybe some gold. That's what's in there. Molten gold. Oh, did it do it already? No. 3 blocks, 5 ingots. Hi, can you pour out of there? Maybe it won't let me use a graphite. Click, 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 click. Oh, what was that? Dark steel. Okay, well. I don't think it'll let me use it. I was all thinking that I could just do that. Dang it. We'll have to use a... Oh, you know what? Actually, where are we even going? We don't need to be running around. Do we have it? We put our iron away. Let's get one of those guys out. That's a small price to pay. Hello? That's the word I'm trying to say. Now we can make a cast. There we go. All right, we got our ingot cast. That's awesome. Let me go off camera and make a couple more smeltery bricks. We'll see if we can extend our smeltery a little bit higher. I'm going to cap it off with a little bit of some slabs up there just to make sure mobs can't spawn. And then I'll be back with you, and we'll see if we might have a little bit of time. Oh, yeah. We might have a little bit. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back, and we got ourselves this smeltery fired up. Man, we are going to have to figure out... I'm just going to plant some more. I was going to say I need to figure out something to do for food. I can plant some more of those mineral trees. Not a problem. Anyway, we have our little smelter fired up here. Man, it's working like a dream. We can just pour stuff out of it if we want to. Not a problem. We can pour ingots out on that side. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That wasn't very smart. That wasn't a good idea. Put that back in there. We can pour like a... I made a mistake. I clicked too soon. Anyway, we can make gold and whatever other materials we can. I think there's a timer. I was just looking those up. I don't really see... I think there's one from like Dark Utilities, maybe? Here, timer. Yeah, there's this guy right there. I mean, that's just some andesite, a clock, which is just a little bit of gold and redstone. Some redstone torches. We get a timer. There's also this RF tools one, which is essentially about the same recipe, you know, give or take a little bit. Yeah, one's a clock. Well, one's, yeah, I don't know, it's about the same. Anyway, we'll make one or two of those just so we can load this thing up. But, you know, we're never going to have really enough in here. Let's go like that. There we go. We'll just pour the rest of this gold out. But, you know, I don't need right now. I mean, like I said, we're not going to use the Tinker Smeltery long term for our ore production. There's just no reason to do that. So, at least in my opinion, we're going to try to automate a lot of these things down the road. So, we just need a Tinker Smeltery so we can, you know, do some odds and ends with it and double some ore until we can get to the point where we can double it through another means. All right. Cool, cool. Now, here's what I want to do now. So you've been noticing over the last couple episodes that I've been really focused on producing dirt, and there's a very good reason for that, because I really want to think about moving off this platform, and I have an idea on how we're going to create a different place for us to live other than this big flat platform. And that dream or that plan requires stacks on stacks of dirt. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 stacks. Man, that's probably not even hardly going to get us started. So I was looking around at ways to get dirt, and there's, you know, a couple different ways, I guess. I don't know. You can, obviously we can do all this composting that we've been doing, but here is the old dirt essences. So magical or mystical agriculture. Some of you guys might be familiar with magical crops. I figure we're going to jump into that real quick today. And the way to get that is we need a dirt seed. And to get a dirt seed, we need one of these tier 1 crafting seeds, and we need one of these base crafting seeds. Now, you'll notice that since we fired up our mob farm, we've been getting tons and tons of this inferium essence. And that's sort of the basis that we need to be able to start this crazy seed process. Man, look at all these ender pearls we're getting in there. That makes me so happy. Yeah, get tore up, you dang mobs. Let me see, do we have any more of that essence over there? Yeah, there's like another stack sitting over there, and there's probably some here. Yep, okay, cool. So now we have tons and tons of this inferium essence, which sounds pretty similar to how magic crops were set up, but that's okay. And we need to get a dirt seed, so we need to make this thing right here. Now, I got a couple of these little shard crystal things, prosperity shards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I have a seed. I do. Okay. So let's go ahead and start this process, see if we can't get some of this stuff going. So we put that in the middle, and then we go like this and this and this, and we get that, right? And then we should just be able to do that, and we get this. Okay, we get our tier 1 crafting seed. Now let's get some dirt out of here. And we go, I want to say like this, like a plus sign here. And then we can go like this, and we should get our dirt seed. Yeah, we do. All right, now I don't want to just make one of those dirt seeds. I think we're going to go ahead and make 4 of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of those do we have still? We still have 16. So we can make some other seeds. I think there's a redstone seed, by the way. Let me see here. Redstone seeds. Yeah, now that's a tier 3. So that takes a little bit more. But we might work on that maybe next episode. Depends on how much dirt we end up with, I guess. So let's split these guys up like that. Oh, let me go over here and grab. Actually, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's grab a couple seeds from harvesting that wheat, and we'll do nothing because we didn't actually pick them up. Okay. There. Let's get them now. Oh man, we just got 3. That's perfect. That's how many we needed. Let's just stick that right in the middle there. Bang. So we got those now, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that, and we get some of these tier 1 crafting seeds. We have our dirt still. Let's put those in here like so. And we're going to go this like this again, and then dirt, right? And then we should be able to get... Oh. How about I put all the things. There we go. So now we have 4 of these dirt seeds. So I don't think there's anything special we have to do here. I think they just grow like on regular dirt, like farmland. I should start up an area here. Let's just do this. Let me see if these guys will grow like this on here, like this on tilled ground. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so now those things are grown. Now I need a watering can. Let me see, watering can. There's 2 versions of it. Let's see, time of progression. That's iron and bone meal. Reinforced is, oh no, we're not doing that. We have this one and this one. I don't know which one I should use. This one maybe? Yeah, we have some bone meal I think laying around here somewhere. Maybe? Oh man, we don't have to worry about bone meal ever again. We have this mob farm that's cranking out tons of resources. Okay, so there's that. I need some iron. I think I have some iron over here. How many pieces was it? This guy. Oh, we got to make... Okay, so we got to make this first. So let's granite a bowl. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I think it's probably any stone. So let's just grab a stone out of here like that. That works. Okay, let's clear this. And then we got to make this guy first. So first thing we got to do is make a bowl. Alright, so we can go like this. And we can easily make ourselves a bowl really quick like so. Put that in the middle. And then we should be able to just click that in. And we get this watering can. And then we should be able to click this in. And get this watering can. Awesome. Now we just need to fill it up with some water. I think it may be even filled up already. Now we can just spread this around. Come on, grow, dirt seeds, grow. I love it. Man, if we could be making dirt. Oh, look at that thing's about ready to do its deal. Okay. That guy grew already. We're getting tons and tons of wheat, too. I think we needed 8. How many did we get? Just 1. Okay. Let's see if we can't get 8 of this, and we'll just put it together in the crafting window and make ourselves some dirt. And this is going to give me lots of stuff to work on off camera. Not that we're not going to be making any progress. We're just going to be doing some more of the same. Hi. Could you come to me, dirt thing? Awesome. All right, let's just keep watering this. We need to make these, obviously, in a 3x3 area, I think. That way we can actually water them all, because I think that's what it is. It's like a 3x3, so we're sort of not really doing a good job here, I guess. we could be doing better. Let's see what we've got. We got 4 of those things. We're halfway there. We need to get a total of 8 of them. Maybe I'll spend a little bit of time off camera. We'll just grind those out, and then we'll make our first dirt from seeds. Oh man, it's the beginning of the end. You start doing magical crops and start raking in the materials from plants. Oh, I love it. I do like one thing about mystical agriculture that's different from, I think, even magical crops, is when you break this plant, you just get 1 seed. You don't get like multiple seeds. There's no way to get more. You have to make each seed. And I think I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. That's not the way it works in magical crops. You can expand your farms and things like that in magical crops pretty easily. All right, let's get, how many more? Just 1 more. Come on. You over there? Yeah, okay. All right, you're awesome. All right, let's go, and I don't know what we could do. Let's see what happens when we do this crazy thing like that. Look at that, 24 dirt. Oh, man. So now we have a way to automatically get dirt. I mean, we might need to make some more of those. I mean, when I'm talking about I need dirt, I need like a double chest full. So maybe there's a way to get that automated. I'll figure that out. Man, I've had a good time in this episode. I don't know. It's maybe a little shorter than what we've been doing for a little bit of our episodes. But we got a Tinker Smeltery done. We did a little bit of work on the mob farm over here. Got that cleaned up. And we've started farming dirt. Oh. And I know that doesn't sound like anything too exciting, but to me, man, that's like we found a whole 100 stacks of diamonds. Getting dirt is going to allow us to move to the next stage in our I guess, residency up here, and then it's going to be just awesome. I can't wait. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Even though you don't know what I'm going to be doing, you know it's going to be something awesome. Let's spin around here real quick. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for the insane support on all these episodes. I appreciate it so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Until next time, please remember to be cool, don't be a fool, and from the sky, where we're farming mobs, we got some tinkers going on, and, believe it or not, we're growing dirt. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.